Good morning. It's Friday, November 25th, 2022. I'm Morgan Spicer, Special Projects Coordinator here at the ARC of the Mid-Ohio Valley, and one of the co-hosts of Legislative Matters Now that Melissa and I do on the fourth Wednesdays of the month, and we'll talk more about that later.
And I'm Doug Hess, the Chief Operating Officer for the ARC of the Mid-Ohio Valley, and I'm going to make one more introduction. Please welcome our new Executive Director, Michelle Curtis. Take a step down here, Morgan. Welcome, Michelle. You're not new to the place, but talk a little bit about your new position, how long you've been here, and just some things you look forward to doing, because we're very excited.
Sure, I'm very excited to be here. So I've been with the ARC for about 15 years now. When I first started, I was part-time with the ARC and worked with programs and activities, as well as part-time with the Birth to 3 program that focuses on the infants and toddlers that we serve. I've been with the ARC for 15 years, but been with the Birth to 3 program as its regional coordinator for 10 years. So I'm very happy to move over to the ARC side of things full time and kind of oversee everything, get reacquainted with people first and find out how much it's grown in the last few years, as well as get excited to be in person at the People First conference this year and get to meet you all in person, face to face. That's really exciting.
And of course, we'll be going to Disability Advocacy Days, so we'll go to Charleston,
2 months, yeah.
which you did with the Birth to 3 anyway, so you're familiar with that. So yeah. I think this is going to work out really well. So congratulations.
Thank you.
Welcome.
Thanks.
All right, so let's get back on with the program. We have a lot more things coming up.
Next, we're going to talk about our capital campaign. We've reached a milestone. Our goal was originally $350,000, and we are 97% of the way there. We are at $337,921.90. We're so close. So if you want to visit the ARC's website here, I've got it pulled up. You can watch the video with our capital campaign co-chairs, Maddie and Julie Kearns. If you'd like to donate, you can just click here on this. It's going to take you to a PayPal link or a link that's going to show you what all we are needing done. Well, one of our goals got done.
That's right.
Our parking lot is now fixed, but we still need to get the building repainted and we still need the elevator. So there's a donate button here. You just click on that. And it's going to take you to a PayPal page where you can donate however much you'd like. If you'd like to make it a monthly donation, you can do that. But if you don't want to do that by PayPal, you can donate with debit or credit card. Or if you don't want to do it that way, well, you can mail a check to the ARC at 1917 Dudley Avenue, Parkersburg, West Virginia, 26101. Now, at the bottom of your check, just put Capital Campaign and we'll know where it's going.
Now, we have had some very large gifts from foundations and grants. Elected officials have helped as well. There's been some government partnership money they've been able to access, and we have been very excited about that. But also, we're very appreciative of those checks that are $20, $50, or even larger checks, even $5 from people just like you. Thank you so much for your support. And we you know, it's the season, and even I know now it's becoming the giving season, but you all have been generous throughout the year. So thank you very much for supporting the programs here at the ARC. And we're waiting to hear back from the engineering firm. We should be going out to bid on fixing the building and putting in the elevator very soon. And let's go back to the website for a moment. So one of the other things you'll notice on the website is the Secret Christmas Project. Now that's something that we've done every year for, 20, 25 years. And that's a local project in Parkersburg, but you can donate from anywhere. And so we take around 250 people, and we get wish lists from individuals who don't get any other family support, and then shop in the community for them so that on Christmas morning, those individuals have something to open just like everybody else does, even without any family support. And so we've had a lot of generous donations on that. But if you are inclined to do that, along with our capital campaign, we've had people do both. You can use the PayPal for that too. You just put in the line, there's a note you can put on their capital campaign. You can also put Secret Christmas, and that stays up. So if you want to do those monthly donations for our other projects throughout the year, you can make a monthly donation and support all of the ARC's programs throughout the entire year. But again, that is on the ARC website, right on the other side. And people will call because we'll actually deliver the presents in the early part of December. But you are welcome to continue making donations to Secret Christmas through the end of the year, and then our other projects throughout the rest of the year. We're almost to December.
Yes, and it's time to bring up some of our meetings that we're holding this December, starting with the People First statewide meeting. That's always the second Tuesday of each month. The next one's coming up on December 13th at 2 o'clock p.m. on Zoom. Now, this is set up to give people who don't have a group near them or their group isn't meeting a place to meet. Now, people who are in a group are welcome to join and be mentors for newcomers.
Next is the teleconference after that, always the second Thursday of each month at 10 and at 4. The next one will be coming up on Thursday, December 8th. It's the same agenda for both meetings, and we do that because some people work during the day and can't make it for the 10 o'clock and are there at 4. Some people like to be on both. Some people are available during the day, and it's better for them at 10 o'clock in the morning because maybe it's shift change for people who have staff at 4 in the afternoon. And that way you can find out what's going on with People First, ask questions for registering for meetings. So, for example, by the time that teleconference comes up, the registration form will be available for Disability Advocacy Day. That's going on January 17th for the Fair Shake training, and the 18th actually going to the Capitol meeting with lawmakers. And you'll want to get registered for that because that all goes through Fair Shake Network. And so we always get a lot of questions. Hey, can I send that to you? Or how do I do that? Do we do that online? Do we mail it? How do we? That's where you can get those questions. You know, are we staying in the hotel with the swimming pool? Which hotel are we staying at? You know, which lawmaker should I contact? And see, that's something you can get ready for. We've had several new people won elected office. Some people have retired, decided not to run with redistricting. There were some individuals who decided to, maybe they were in the House and ran for Senate and were not successful. So there'll be some new faces. So make sure that you're going to the West Virginia Legislature website and looking for all the new information on the new elected officials. And even when we're in Charleston, and wherever we are, if we're having an official meeting, because we'll have an advisory board meeting after the Fair Shake training, we'll have another advisory board meeting that day. We will also do it virtually in case you can't be in person.
Now, People First meetings and events will continue to be available on Zoom even after COVID and meetings are in person. Now, if you need help getting on Zoom, well, you're in luck. We have a Zoom cheat sheet that is available on the People First website, and I'm going to take you where it is right now. You just go to Downloads, click on it's the first one at the top there, the Zoom cheat sheet, and it's going to take you to a page. It's a PDF format, and it's going to teach you some Zoom tips for beginners. If you don't have a hyperlink and are using a computer, maybe you have the hyperlink, or if you're using a phone, tablet, or iPad, it's going to show you very easy steps on how to get onto Zoom, because we want you part of those meetings in case we do have a meeting or a training that is going to be hybrid, that you will be able to jump on those meetings.
Yeah, we want you to jump on there and make sure that you call ahead, though. As we always say, and I know, why do you say the same thing every time? Because we say that, and then invariably in the middle of the meeting, someone will go, hey, I'm calling the office now, and they'll call me on Facebook Messenger. I can't get on the meeting. Well, I can't stop the meeting and say, hang on a minute, I have to get somebody on. So if you work that out all in advance, that will make it run a lot smoother. Now, I know we're talking all about what's going on in December, but earlier this week, we want to make sure that you watch the program, which is Legislative Matters Now with M&M, because you all had a great show.
Yes, we talked to Cameron McKinney from the Human Rights Commission, and our advocate in action was Steve Wiseman. We encourage you to watch that. It's on Facebook, and we encourage you to check it out and watch it. And it's also going to be available on the People First of West Virginia's YouTube page. We'll explain more about that in a little bit as well.
That's right. Now, another thing that you should have already gotten, because it went out earlier this week, just before Thanksgiving, is another place that you can find out information besides the teleconference.
Sign up for our monthly newsletter. It's got information about what's going on with People First. Now, if you used to get it, but you haven't in a while, make sure you reach out and let us know. Now, this is the place that all your meeting codes and Zoom links will be there for you to jump onto your meetings, because, again, we want you to be a part of those. Very important.
And there'll also be an application in the current newsletter, although the application isn't quite out yet. It'll be on the front of the Fair Shake Network website. So if you just click on that, it'll take you there and you can get all the information about registering for the upcoming event. And then also there is something else on the front of the web page for the Fair Shake Network, and that is to get ready for the legislative matters, or actually the Disability Advocacy Day is a survey.
Now, Fair Shake Network is doing their 2023 legislative survey. It's conducting a survey to get statewide input on legislative issues, and the results of this survey will be compiled and analyzed by the Staff and Legislative Committee. And this information will be gathered and used to assist in the development of the 2023 Disability Agenda. Now, you have a deadline until November 30th, so you still have a little bit of time to do that. But if you need assistance in filling out the survey, you're more than welcome to call Fair Shake at 304-766-0061. Now, there is a large or regular print survey, but you can make it a lot easier by just clicking on this online survey and just do it on there and save you a lot of time.
And then what they will do is they'll take all that information from you and compile it, and then on Disability Advocacy Day on January the 18th, they'll have printed versions that you can take to the different lawmakers so that you'll have the information, and they'll have the information about what is important in the upcoming 60-day legislative session.
Now it's time for our weekly moment with Melissa.
Today, I want to encourage you to attend your local People First meetings in person and on Zoom, and invite other people to attend as well. You are also invited to all of our monthly conferences, social sessions, and statewide meetings, and to watch our weekly Friday show and monthly legislative matters now with M&M. More groups are back to meeting in person, but if you can't get there due to transportation, ask your group to hold a hybrid meeting so you can also attend by Zoom. COVID-19 is still with us, and we want all our People First groups to exercise safety when meeting in person. If you need help holding a virtual meeting on Zoom, let us know. And remember, you should hold your meeting at the same time and on the same day each month. Moving your meeting around can make it difficult for some people to attend. If you have any questions, you can email or call the office at 304-422-3151.
Thank you so much, Melissa, for that important information. Next, we want to talk about the People First Cafe.
If you're in the Parkersburg area, make sure you stop by the cafe or offer some amazing specialty coffees and great food. And I don't know if you tried it, but I got an early sample for lunch on Tuesday of the new bacon barbecue burger that has the patty melt, actually, that has Swiss cheese on it. So you got bacon, Swiss cheese, which is great in itself, plus on that burger patty on the toast, and oh, that was so good. You can,
I've got to try that.
oh yeah, really good stuff. Plus specialty coffees, there's all kinds of different flavors, and you can mix and match the flavors. So if you come in and say, all right, I want a little hazelnut to go with the caramel, and put a little chocolate drizzle on there to go with the whipped cream, or they will make it for you. And you can put the flavors in either the iced coffee or the hot coffee. So if coffee is what you want, that's great. Or other people get their, in the mornings, they like to come in and their energy drink. Well, they got energy drinks, Pepsi products in bottles, also the iced tea. And the menu is available on the website, so we can go to the ARC website and look at the People First Cafe. Now, you can get there two ways. You can go to the ARC of the Mid-Ohio Valley website, or you can type in peoplefirstcafe.com, and it will take you right there.
And here on the menu, you can take a look at our new and improved menu. We've got quite a bit there to choose from. Also, don't forget about ordering from DoorDash if you need that early morning coffee to get you through the day. We're located at 1118 20th Street at the side of our building here next to Parkersburg High School. When were you open, Doug?
7 a.m. to 4 p.m. Monday through Friday. And another place you can find out what's going on is with the ARC app. Have you downloaded the app? It is free. It is available on your phone for Android and your Apple products. And so if I call that up, you can see all kinds of stuff about the cafe, about People First, and I just scroll down till I see the Let's All Do Good. And it's got new stuff on there. Anytime there's an alert, it shows up that there is an update, and so it pushes it to you. So for example, coming up is tomorrow is 50% off the entire store to shop small for Small Business Saturday at the Arc Thrift Shops here in Parkersburg, both at 904 Broadway Avenue and on the north side right here in our same building as the rest of our stuff. So you can also see about the campaign and go right to that, the whole menu, just some of the things that you can find on the ARC app. Now let me put the QR code up, and the reason why is Let's All Do Good is a nationwide app, and so if you want to get specifically to the things that are going on with the ARC of the Mid-Ohio Valley, the ARC of West Virginia, People First, thrift stores and things like that, then you need to have this QR code. And again, it uses the Let's All Do Good platform, so you can use it on Apple, iPhone, iPad, Android phones, and tablets.
Now, we here at the ARC encourage our advocates to give back to their community. Well, how? Well, simple. You can volunteer for a group, or you can run on a committee. Now, on the People First website, under Self-Advocates, we have the tab called Opportunities to Serve. I've compiled a list of all the local organizations here in West Virginia, like the Boys and Girls Club, the Civitan, the Elks, the Kiwanis or the JCs. Now, some of these are paid organizations, but especially during the holiday season, they're not going to turn down the help. And then maybe sometime down the road, you want to join that group. Well, you're certainly welcome to do so, and we encourage you to do so.
Just as an example, here in Parkersburg, they do a thing called Holiday in the Park. And so the local Kiwanis Club, which I represent the ARC on, picks a day and goes and volunteers to go out there. And so we've had other people, you don't have to be if there's a, running a parking lot to collect money to use for other projects. They take volunteers, whatever, just so you can go volunteer for those organizations. And then there's another part to that web page.
Our boards and committees, starting with WEVAT's Advisory Council, Olmsted Council, the West Virginia Statewide Independent Living Council, Disability Rights, and then the boards and committees appointed by the West Virginia governor. Now, this is a link that will take you to a 5-page list of all the boards and committees that the governor of West Virginia has approved of. You are welcome to join any of those, and we encourage it because it is self-advocacy. You are able to join that board and voice your opinion on things that are important to you in your community.
And another way that you can get involved in your community is going to public meetings. Or join a local board. There's little, housing boards. Most places have a planning commission. There's a transportation commission. There's all kinds of things you can do locally and get involved in your community. Or as an example, again, back here in Parkersburg and in neighboring Vienna, they're looking at realigning, doing some things with the swimming pool. And they've also had some discussions about what to do with some of their ball fields. They want to play soccer or baseball. So they're having public meetings. If the people who want them to stay baseball fields stay at home and go, well, they're just going to do whatever they want to do, then that's what's going to happen. If enough people show up and go, stop, we don't want you changing them to soccer fields, then I don't know what the outcome is. We're not in Vienna, but that's just an example of an issue where that's where the people, meaning you, showing up, same thing. I know there's a big argument on this current week in West Virginia due to deer season. Many schools don't have school. And so there's all this debate about the school calendar. Well, the boards of education have all kinds of public meetings about the school calendar. And so if you're not happy with the school calendar, but you stayed at home and didn't go to the board meeting when they discussed that, complaining about it now is not going to do a whole lot. And that happens with everything. So whether it's going to the legislature, writing your lawmakers, going to your city council meeting, going to your board of education meeting and letting your voice be heard, that is ways to give back to your community. And you can be in your community just as much as everybody else can. Next, that brings us down to our resources.
We've got some important resources available on the People First website, and we've broken them down into 4 main categories: state, national, health and wellness, and past interviews. But first, we want to talk about the COVID-19 vaccine info line. Now, COVID is still here. It's not going anywhere.
One of the counties in West Virginia got back up to yellow, so it's not completely gone away.
But if you have any questions about vaccinations or a booster shot, or maybe you misplaced your card, or maybe it's like mine being all nice and folded up and torn up, you can request a replacement. There's some frequently asked questions. This is the place we always mention to always go to the source. This is the place you need to go to for any COVID-19 questions you have. Some other state resources is the governor's daily briefings, the Department of Education's West Virginia Community Action Portal, West Virginia 211.
Which they've updated and changed, so it's a little more menu-driven now, so you want to check that.
The Secretary of State Voter Information, and WVAble. That takes us down to our national resources.
ARC of the United States, Social Security Administration, the U.S. Centers for Disease Control, Internal Revenue Service, because it'll be tax time soon. You'll be getting that W-2 in the mail if you work, and you have to file your taxes. And then, of course, SARTAC, the Self-Advocacy Resource and Technical Assistance Center. Now, we always talk about networking, and that's what we did a couple of days ago on Wednesday when we did the November social session. It was Networking November. One way you can network is getting online with SARTAC. They've had 60 to 70 people on there all over the country, so you can network with people about things that are going on and learn all kinds of stuff. Now, they did not have a meeting yesterday because it was Thanksgiving, but they did have a meeting the week before, and I mean, talk about all kinds of stuff, whether it's setting boundaries in a relationship, there was voter education, so just some great information at SARTAC.
That brings us down to our health and wellness category. The emotional strength line is available for you at 1-877-HELP-304. That's 1-877-435-7304. There's a link there you can click on. This is a one-stop shop for you in case you need any help with emotional support, domestic violence, addiction. They are definitely going to be able to help you and provide resources to get you the help you need. And there's always someone on the other line to talk to. You are not alone.
Especially if we're getting into holiday season. The holidays are not always the best. Maybe yesterday was the first Thanksgiving without a loved one or a family member, and it was extra difficult. And you just need someone to talk to. You don't necessarily, I mean, this is not just about, everyone just needs to dial the 988 because, there's a concern over suicide. This could just be you need somebody to talk to, or maybe this time of year there's potential for substance use disorder to creep back in. Maybe you've been really good in recovery, or this is an extra hard time. Whatever, the emotional strength line, as Morgan said, is a one-stop shop. And then that brings us down to our next section. You can see all the classes and the keynote speaker, Corey Singer, from the 2022 People First of West Virginia Self-Advocacy Conference. The archive for Legislative Matters Now with M&M, Melissa and Morgan. So if you want to go see the program that premiered Wednesday or look at all the other ones we've done with them throughout the year. Sheila Moran overviews these, what's going on with the strength line, and then all kinds of other interviews. So that pretty much covers us on the site. And just as a reminder, yesterday, of course, the ARC office and People First and everything was closed for Thanksgiving and closed today as well. So we recorded this on Tuesday. As you're thinking, well, you two were there. This program was pre-recorded. Because we're probably still in a turkey coma at home going, I can't believe I had that much. Could I have another sandwich?
Now, the thrift shop will be open on Saturday for their Small Business Saturday sale, so we encourage you to go down there and shop, shop, shop.
50% off everything in the store on Saturday. 904 Broadway Avenue and at 1915 Dudley Avenue in Parkersburg. Stop in. Everything else will be open again on Monday, the 28th at 8:30.
Now, are there any other websites that we should add to our list, or something going on that we should know about, or maybe you want to be a guest? Let us know, and we'll have you on the Friday show. But, Doug, I think that just about does it. So from everyone here at the ARC and People First, have a great Thanksgiving weekend.
Yes, have a great weekend and have another turkey sandwich. See you next time.
See you next time.